Welcome to your weekly pick a card chakra reading. I'm Robin Carlyon from R.A.W. and let's see what Spirit has in store for you this week and what Spirit wants you to work on energy wise. Okay, so there is number 1 for the second card. Excellent. Now, this is the intro here. That's interesting, but not interesting. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the intro, and there are time stamps in the description below. Oh. We're almost having a similar repeat of last week. It's a different chakra, but 3 chakras come up as the same, and then there's one that is different. Now, before we get into card number 1, so if you want just the card that you're looking for, or you want to watch all of the reading, which I do suggest that you do, just to get an overall vibe of the whole entire week, but you don't have to. So the first card will be the first one. So the time lapse, just click on it in the description and then it'll take you right to it, okay? So with this energy here, well, we're in supermoon energy, and we are in the first of 4 supermoons. So you can expect over these next cycles, so each cycle is around 30 days. So 30 times 4 days, so that is 120 days that we are going to be in some amplified energy. And we're going to be in some supermoon energy. So right now it is the Capricorn, and that's the full moon, and that's that amplified energy. Now, coming up for the next moon is the new moon, and then the full moon, and then the new moon. So I'm really excited about all of this energy. I'm always really excited about the energy that is presenting itself to us, because we are in energy that we've never seen or experienced before. None of us. Because we are in a whole new system. We're in the age of Aquarius, where we were in Pisces energy. And I'm talking about the age, so like that universal energy that is like really the main energy, and then there's all of the other energies between that, like each month, right? And so the Pisces energy was before we were born, before our parents were born, before our grandparents were born, before their parents were born, and so on, for a very, very like 2,000 years, okay? So we had 2,000 years of old energy, we were all born into it, and now we're experiencing a whole new energy. And so you may see from other people's videos and other things that you listen to that we are in a time where nothing is going to be the same as it was. And right here in this Capricorn energy, I want to say that there is a lot of root chakra. So starting off with the first card, this is family. Now, whenever this card comes up, I immediately talk about what feels like family to you, okay? It might not be blood relatives. It may be other people that you feel at home with, that feel that are your family, because sometimes it doesn't have to be blood relatives. Sometimes you don't know your blood relatives. And sometimes, you know, you have other people that are in your life, your tribe, the people that are your like-minded people. So when you see this card, this one here, it does say belonging. So belonging, community, culture, and tribe. It's that nest. And that nest, it's representing that there is a birth, a rebirth of something. So with that root chakra, it's where your roots are. It's where your roots lie. And You may be, or you may know someone that is decluttering like crazy. There is a lot of decluttering going on. In my other business, I own a cleaning company, and that is huge right now, is cleaning homes and also decluttering homes, organizing. And it's like people don't even understand why they're doing it. And I know, like, decluttering and plus the full moon as well, but there is a huge amplification of getting your space like primed and ready, because there is a lot of new amazing growth, new amazing shifts that are coming for each and every one of us. Here, family, this one here, when you think of your roots, think of like think of like who's around you and what those roots mean to you. Excuse me. This could be like a new relationship. There's 2 eggs here. There's 2, like a new happening, something new that's happening. And these feathers here, there's 2 there. And the cards also 2. I'm really feeling like there's some sort of like coupling, there's some sort of partnership, there's some sort of like bond that's happening. And so again, like this one here, it could be like a new birth, something that's happening, something that's growing, ideas that are growing, passions that are growing. I'm really finding that people are pondering like what are their next steps in life, and these are conversations that I have all the time. And I have clients that are saying, I don't know what my next step is. And you know, I'll say, like, what's your passion? Like, what is your dream? What have you always wanted to do? So when you think of that, think about who you might want to share that with and who you might want to do new things with. So it could be relationships, could be partnerships, could be business. But this here, there's definitely a significant other. There's another person. There's another person that makes you feel like you are family, that makes you feel like you belong and that you're part of each other's tribe. And it's very strong. It's really beautiful. I love this, and I love that for you. And just that you get to experience feelings like that, because it's just so heartwarming, and really like it's so weird. Okay, it was weird because the word that was coming up was solidifying, but then I whittled it down and it's solid. So there's that solid foundation. So this is really beautiful. There is new growth that's happening for you. A lot of variables on people that could be. But yeah, that's really awesome. I love that for you. Now, moving on to card number 2. This card number 2, this one is the only one that is not a root chakra. So this one here is the 3rd eye. And I just noticed, and see how you receive messages. So 3rd eye is all about intuition and intuitively receiving messages. 42. And 42 is a very special number in my world. But when you look it up, I've seen it somewhere where it says like 42 is like the universal answer to everything or something like that. So 42, whenever that comes up, I always pay particular attention to that. And I want you to pay particular attention to that, the number 42. Now, in my life, what that what that meaning is, it is my children's grandfather. That was his jersey, and he has passed. But he's so much in their lives, and 42 is always coming up. And it comes up a lot for me too. It's like he's around, and it's just it's like you're moving in the right direction. Like pay attention. It's almost like there's a pay attention to what you're thinking. And I really want you to focus on when you see these signs, and then to really like step into it. Really allow yourself to be in that moment, okay? Sorry, I'm going to show you the card. To really allow yourself to step into that moment, because, and I've said this for goodness, no, I don't know how long, for months, years even, that we are all gaining more strength intuitively. We are in the air sign. We're in the age of Aquarius. And so that is more to the top 3 chakras that we're going to be focusing on for the rest of our lives, okay? And so this one coming up with that 42, with that third eye, that eye right in the middle of the forehead there, if you can see that. And so this individual here is very much in tune with their energy. This person looks like they're meditating. This person looks like they're receiving messages. We are all energy, and we are all intuitively blessed, okay? We are always receiving guidance. And the one thing that I really want, the reason why I feel like I got into this, because I've gone through different phases of mediumship and doing readings for myself. And I feel, and like for other people, but I feel like the message now that I want everyone to know is that you are completely capable of receiving messages, and that you are receiving messages, and you just have to listen, and you just have to take those moments. I don't have any, well, I have books, but there's other things piled on them, but journals. That's something that for the last few months, 3 months now, that journaling has been a massive part of my life. And I meditate every day. I meditate multiple times per day. And I have always been a huge advocate for meditation and taking that time for yourself. And I still am. But to really increase and to receive those messages, put it out on paper. Talk about what it is that you want. Have a conversation with spirit. Have a conversation with God. Have a conversation with your higher power. Literally, just write it out and have that conversation, and just ask questions and feel the answers. Write the answers of what you think the answers. Write down your confusions. Write down what you want clarity on, and you will receive it. You will receive the answers. And so with that 42, it almost like this card here is like you're going to receive answers, okay? That whole explanation of all of that right there, you are going to receive answers. You have the ability to receive the answers yourself. It's not difficult. Sit down and like just be in silence. That's the way. Yes, you can have some music playing behind, but when you sit in that silence and you feel that silence, you may even feel that awkwardness of that silence, like it might be too quiet. Listen, sit in that moment. That's what this card is about. Now, the bottom here is understanding, awakening, awareness, self-evaluation. Self-evaluation, I'm always talking about doing a self-audit on yourself. Where are you happy in your life? Where are you not happy in your life? Where do you want to make these changes? Do it. This is the time. This is the year of strategy. Allowing the thoughts, allowing the intuitive thoughts, and allowing the knowledge comes up, but the like in inspiration, but also logical. Allow the logical thoughts to come up, okay? This here, insight. I feel that this week you are going to receive a lot of insight. And being this first week of this amplified full moon, super moon energy, this is going to be continuing. And this is definitely going to be a continuing feeling. But just know and feel assured that you can receive messages. I thank you so much for showing up for yourself. That is like, I just want you to know, like, that is so super powerful. I feel just immense power with this card here. All right, we're moving on to card number 3. And your reveal is home. Ooh, this is beautiful. This is like that feeling of like being in pajamas, sitting on or lying on the sofa. This is almost like, I kind of feel like just watching TV, watching a movie, watching a program, your favorite program. That's the kind of feeling I get here, is that for some of you, in this amplified full moon energy, you may feel like this, and you may feel like this is like the most important thing that you do, the only thing that you want to do. And I just feel like there's so much important for you to feel comfy cozy. And it is okay to be that way. It is okay for you to be all comfy cozy, for you to be wrapped up on the sofa, in front of the TV, in front of, doing whatever it is that you're doing. That is what I feel that may be needed in this Capricorn full moon energy. Don't ever think that you're not being productive. You are always being productive. Even when you don't think you are, there are always things going on. And sometimes what Spirit wants you to do is to have that like complete like zone out moment. So it can send you information when you're not worrying and when you're not thinking about all of these other things. When you're having that zone out moment, when you're having those comfy cozy moments, that's when you're going to receive messages. That's what I'm getting from this. That's the purpose of this home. But also feeling like it's home. There are a lot of students that are home. School's over now. So there's a lot of, as kids, it's funny because as kids get older, there's kind of like that separation. So when kids are younger, parents are just like, geez, I wish I could have a break, kind of stuff like that. And then when they're older, like for instance, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go to New Brunswick, and I'm going to go visit my family. All of my kids are in the East Coast, and I can't wait to go spend those cherished moments with my family. And I can't wait to have that home feeling, and to have, like my kids are, most of them, one has just finished school and has another year left. But the other 2 are out in the world, working, enjoying, and just having a blast and having just experiencing life. But it's so precious. And having that home feeling is those precious moments. That's really what I get from this, is the precious moments. So a lot of variables here. Shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. I feel like it's like the people around you, or just you yourself feeling very, very comfortable in your own surroundings for this week. But I know that like we've been conditioned to think that if we are flaked out on the sofa that we're not being productive. You are, because you're taking that rest, that spirit, that God, that your higher power wants you to take, and you are now being downloaded with all of this other information. So just let it be, allow yourself to flow, feeling like you're comfy cozy, just like this cute little otter. I hope you can see it because I know the light is bright. And I think it's an otter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's an otter, and it's just so adorable. And the little hammock in nature. And that's another thing. Get out into nature. Go for a walk in nature. Go for a hike like at least once a week, maybe on the weekends, or however you can fit that into your schedule. So that beautiful card. Just the warmth, the embraces. That's what I feel from that. So moving on to your fourth card. This one here, grounding. Okay, so here, for your number 4 card, this one here is definitely, like I just said with the other card at the end of this card, and maybe it was kind of like a segue into this card, nature. Being out in nature, really allowing yourself to connect. So right now we have the summer weather. Things are in bloom. Oh no, I just swallowed my gum. Uh-oh. Anyway, so in nature, with this here, oh, there's that bird. There's that bird. And I'm feeling like this bird here that I just noticed is talking about freedom. I think that there's some sort of, okay, nature, freedom, breaking away. I feel like there's something for this card, for the number 4 people that resonated to this. I feel like there is a big shift happening in your foundation. And I feel like Spirit is saying, hey, it is time for you to ground. It is time for you to reconnect to yourself and to reconnect to what is important. And you are the number 1 thing that is important. You are the only thing that is important. You are the only thing that comes first. And then everyone else and everything else comes after that. But you are the very most important person to focus on that grounding. So in this picture, it depicts that this person here is half tree, half person. So that is talking about getting out into nature, getting yourself, like I remember when I first started going for hikes and I first started really just feeling called to going out and going out for a walk. And then you realize that when you're on that walk, when you're by yourself, you are clearing all of the things in your head. And my goodness, like all those conversations that are going on and working out, and just like when you're finished your walk, you just feel so much lighter. How many other people feel like that? And so this here, what a magnificent message, that sitting down, grounding, but then there is this opening, and that opening is that freedom. I feel like there is a breakaway. I feel like there is that freedom, and wanting to feel like you need that freedom. You need to move into some other direction. And that's why I'm saying, like, there is a shift that's going on, where first you need to know, like, and again, it's kind of like that self-audit. You figure out what's important to you in this root chakra energy. Your root chakra energy are your roots. Your legs are your roots, are your tree trunks, okay? And so that is what touches the ground, your toes, your feet. Just even when you're meditating, just visualize that your feet, your legs are tree trunks, and that you are connected to the earth, because you are. And allow yourself to do that self-audit. What is important right now for you in your life? What is it that you want to do in the future? Don't think about how you're going to get there. Just think about what it is that you want. Write those things down. Think about those things. Don't worry about all of the in-between or how it's going to happen or anything like that. Just know that there is something happening, there is a shift, and there is some sort of freedom that's happening. So this could very well be moving on from someone, moving on from a house. Maybe you're moving, maybe you are leaving a relationship, maybe you are realizing that there's people that just aren't your vibe anymore, and that you are moving on from that. You may be moving on from a career as well. You may be moving into a new career. You may be just allowing yourself to go out into nature and taking more that physical health time, that mental, emotional, like working through things for yourself, and just really realizing that this is that time for yourself and for you to really cherish these moments. And in this amplified Capricorn full moon energy, we're in Cancer energy right now. In the Cancer energy, that is the water element, and it is about emotions. It's about feelings, and it's also very homey. Like Cancer people are very like you know, a lot of love. They love their home. They want home. They want home feeling things, right? And then with the Capricorn, Capricorn is that earth energy where the foundation is. So I feel like there's a lot of intertwinement in this. Now, the meanings up here, this one is nature, presence, practicality, and stability. So definitely feeling that stability in your life, that practicality, like I said, doing that self-audit, that present, being in that moment with yourself, and that nature. But I just can't help that for some of you, there is that breakaway. There is something that you want to do. For instance, I'm going to Thailand in September, and I want it to be for 3 months. So I'm working on that. I don't know if it's going to be a month, if it's going to be 3 months, but that's something that I'm dreaming about, that I'm thinking about. But I'm not thinking about how it's going to happen, because I know through other messages, and when I do readings for myself, I receive all sorts of stuff. But I know without a doubt that there is a plan, and know that spirit, that God, that your higher power is always co-creating with you. All right, so I thank you so much for showing up for yourself. I thank you for showing up and listening to me, and to thank you so much for all of your support. Now, if you would like your own reading, I have the 15-minute for $35, I have the 30-minute for $62, and I also have the 60-minute for $125. There is no tax. It is just as it is, just that price. And email me at robin@robinsauthenticwellness.com if you would like your very own reading, which would be virtual reading with me, or I can send that reading out to you by email. So I thank you very much. I love you all. Have an amazing, incredible week. There's lots of shifts to come. Mention down below if you want to share what shifts could be going on for you. What do you have coming up for yourself? What do you want to have coming up for yourself? I love you all. Mwah.